Good evening. This is Pete, speaking to you from Radio Wave Nostalgia. Somewhere high above the city tonight, you've stepped out onto your apartment balcony. The air's still warm from the day, a gentle rain beginning to fall. After a long day, there's nothing left to do but sit back, let the breeze settle in, and reach for the radio. As the night slowly takes over, tonight we bring you two classic tailies from Suspense, one of the most celebrated programs of the golden age of radio. First broadcast in 1942 by CBS in Hollywood, the series became known for its masterful storytelling, unforgettable performances, and its ability to draw listeners into stories filled with tension and mystery. Week after week it captured imaginations, becoming a true landmark of radio drama. We begin with the last letter of Dr. Bronson, a gripping story first heard in the mid-1940s, brought to life by a talented cast under the careful production that defined the series. It's a tale where every word matters, and every moment carries weight. So sit back, listen to the rain beyond the balcony, and let the night settle in around you. The story begins now.
Suspense. This is the Man in Black, here again to introduce Columbia's program, Suspense. Heading our starring Hollywood cast tonight is Mr. Laird Cregar, who will be seen shortly in the 20th Century Fox production of one of the great suspense stories of all time, The Lodger. Tonight, Mr. Cregar appears as a cynical gentleman who made an unusual bet with death. With Mr. Cregar as a cast of the screen's most distinguished and characteristic players, Miss Helen Vinson, Mr. Walter Kingsford, Mr. George Couloris, Mr. Harold Huber, and Mr. Ian Wolfe, here to bring us the suspense play called The Last Letter of Dr. Bronson. And so with the performance of Laird Cregar as he writes for us this last letter of Dr. Bronson, and with the performances of, in the order of their appearance, Walter Kingsford, Ian Wolfe, Harold Huber, Helen Vinson, and George Couloris, we again hope to keep you in Suspense.
My dear Dr. Mosher, forgive me if I dash this letter off rather hurriedly. There are but a very few minutes remaining for me. The few minutes between now and midnight. You have always protested my fascination with the subject of death. It irked you to hear me discuss the latest electrocution or hanging. I remember your sarcasm the day you found me staring down from the top of the Empire State Building, speculating on the thoughts of a man about to leap from that pinnacle. You alone, Moshe, know how this fascination led to my latest experiment. I should say, my last experiment. I promised you a complete account of it all. Here is that account. First of all, let me recall a conversation which we held here in my study a little over a year ago.
There you go again, Bronson. Death and murder. Really, you're unhealthy.
Please answer my question, Moshe. Why do men behave as they do? What keeps them from breaking loose? Why don't they kill one another as animals do?
Why, because they aren't animals.
But my dear Moshe, being neither vegetable nor mineral, they must be animals.
But what I mean
That
is,
you do not know the answer. I do.
So?
I have been studying the question for some time, and I've concluded that there are 5 basic checks which serve to restrain man from murdering his fellow man.
Oh, really, Bronson?
The obvious corollary is that murder occurs only when some stronger drive overrides these 5 basic checks.
Oh, you make it sound very simple.
It is simple.
And what are these 5 basic checks?
Well, I'm not prepared to reveal the outcome of my study as yet. I must put my theory to the test.
That would seem to be a difficult undertaking.
Difficult, yes, but intriguing.
Oh, well, I take it you're about to embark upon another of your experiments.
Correct.
Bronson, why must you keep on? These studies invariably bring you some physical, or what is more dangerous, some nervous disaster.
And in turn, your handsome bill for putting me in shape to conduct the next.
Sooner or later, you will experiment yourself into a position beyond my power to aid you.
Let it be later, then. Meanwhile, I shall continue to pursue my sole interest in life.
And how do you propose to conduct this restraint from murder experiment?
Well, a murder is composed of 4 elements. The murderer, the motive, the opportunity, and the victim. My first step will be to select 5 men, each of whom will be restrained from murder by the particular check that I'm testing on him.
And that's no easy task.
By no means. It will require an extensive search. But having found my men, I must then supply each with a motive. Greed, revenge, jealousy.
I see, and your next step must be to give each man an opportunity.
Precisely. An opportunity which precludes all checks but the one being tested.
Well, not knowing what your checks are, I can't help you there.
Well, that'll be relatively simple. And finally, I must supply an intended victim.
And you'll ask this victim to face 5 men, each standing to profit handsomely by murdering him.
Correct.
His only chance of survival being the correctness of your theory of checks in all 5 instances?
Yes.
And do you imagine you will discover a man with such utter confidence in your reckoning?
There is one such man.
Who?
Myself.
Bronson, this is folly.
No, Moshe. I never hesitate to risk high stakes on a sure thing, not even my life.
Now, look here, Bronson. You're a doctor yourself. You told me to speak to you like a Dutch uncle. Now, as your physician,
I haven't
advise,
consulted my physician.
But you will take precautions, provide yourself for emergencies.
I tell you, there's no danger.
Oh, well. Well, when will you begin your experiment?
Well, I suppose in about... Well, why wait? Why don't we begin right now? Moshe, I invite you to kill me.
What?
There's a revolver right here in my desk, and I want you to take this revolver...
Oh, you're joking, Bronson. What possible motive could I have for murdering you?
Motive? Why, we're known to be associated rather closely in our work. You'll come naturally into my entire practice. I'll put that in writing.
Why, it's preposterous.
Why? Why won't you kill me then, Moshe?
Why, there are dozens of reasons. In the first place, I'd go to the electric chair for it.
Thank you, Dr. Moshe. You've given me an admirable illustration of the first and most obvious of the 5 checks in my theory. Man refrains from murdering his fellow being because he himself will be killed by law. Remember, Moshe? Remember how it began? That was more than a year ago. Yes, I've spent more than a year in selecting my other 4 subjects, because the checks I wanted them to prove were not so simple. In selecting my people, it was necessary that I cultivate the friendship of each, so that when the time should come to confront him with my proposition, I should be certain of how he would act. The first of my 4 potential murders was a clerk named Totten. Totten was badly in debt, his wife in the hospital about to undergo an expensive operation, and he was a deeply religious man. We went to church together on Sunday evenings at St. Luke's, right around the corner from my apartment. One Sunday evening after the service, I asked him to come to my apartment, and we talked as we walked along.
You know, Dr. Bronson, I was talking about you to my wife the other day, before they took her to the hospital. I was saying what a great comfort it was to be with you these Sunday nights.
Now, come, Mr. Totten, you embarrass me.
No, I mean it. In the world today, too many people seem to feel that they no longer need their God.
Yes, but their lives are void of the great thing you have in your faith.
The church is a great comfort to me, and I do need something to cling to in times like these.
Mr. Totten, you could make rather good use of $5,000, couldn't you?
It isn't like you to make fun of my poverty.
No, I'm quite sincere.
You know what even $100 would mean to me, and at present more than ever.
Yes, with your wife's
Oh,
misfortune.
isn't this your apartment we're passing?
I want to go in the side way. We shall be unobserved.
Unobserved.
Oh, you'll understand presently. Please, come into my study. Now, here we are. And now if you'll take this chair opposite my desk.
Thank you.
Mr. Totten, you said that even $100 would be a great help to you. Here in my desk, I have this package containing $5,000.
Well, what could I do for you that would be worth all that money?
Let me explain. My doctor called on me yesterday, and he told me, well, to be quite frank with you, Mr. Totten, he said that I was slowly going mad.
Oh, no, that couldn't be.
I'm quite all right at present, but it's only a matter of time, and I'd rather not have to face it. I believe you can understand that.
But there must be something you can do, knowing in advance.
There is. And I want you to help me.
I don't understand.
Put on these gloves. Take them.
But why?
As soon as you have them on, I shall hand you this paper knife. Notice how very sharp it is. I grip it firmly, thus, and clearly impress my fingerprints on the handle. Finally, here on the desk, I am leaving this note, explaining that I have committed suicide.
Suicide?
When the knife is in your hand, I want you to drive it into my heart. Then you may leave by the same way we came in. You will be quite unnoticed, and with the $5,000 in your pocket.
You can't mean this.
But I do. You see, I don't have the nerve to... Well, I can't quite make the final move myself. You would greatly oblige me. And with the $5,000, you will be able to give your wife the treatment she needs. What do you say?
You can't die yet. You're not ready.
Would you have me wait until I've gone mad?
You can't take the matter of life and death into your own hands.
I am not asking you to pass judgment upon my actions. Whether I wish to live or die is my own concern, and my mind is resolved. Is that clear?
I'm sorry for you.
I'm merely asking you to do something for which I will pay you very well. You will, of course, be killing me. But if you could realize what life would be like for me, otherwise
I'm very sorry, but I can't oblige you.
If it's the law you fear...
No, it's not that. You seem to have arranged that perfectly.
Then what is it?
I'm an honest Christian, and I thought you were, Dr. Bronson. If you don't understand why I can't do this monstrous thing, I suggest you look up the 6th commandment. Good night.
So, Moshe, my second point was proved. Man refrains from killing because it is against his religious principles. The hands of the clock now read 15 minutes to midnight. 1/4 of an hour in which to complete this report. My third proposition called for an entirely different sort of man. In fact, the very reverse of Totten. A man who believed neither in heaven nor hell, and also a man of little intelligence. It required careful search. For a number of nights, I frequented the rougher districts of the city. At first, I had no luck. Then one night, I came upon my man very unexpectedly. I was walking along one of the darkest streets. There was no one in view. He was slumped down beside an ash can. He'd been shot in the chest and left arm, severing an artery. He was bleeding profusely. I tore off his shirt and made a tourniquet for his arm. Oddly, no one came into the alley to investigate.
Never mind me. Get away.
Was this a gang shooting?
What do you think?
I think you're going to the hospital.
No. They'll blab to the cops.
Come on, I'll help you to your feet.
I ain't going.
You'll die, man, if you're not treated quickly.
I ain't going. I tell you, no cops gonna... No cops. They ain't gonna...
His name was Matt Doyle. I visited Doyle in the hospital almost every day. Several months later, I decided to put him to the test. I found Doyle in one of his hangouts and brought him to my apartment.
Hey, this sure is a fancy roost you got yourself, Doc.
I find it very pleasant. Have a cigarette?
Thanks.
Doyle, how many men have you killed? That's all right, Doyle. I understand. Now, suppose we get down to business.
Yeah. I've been wondering what you want me for.
I want you to do something for me, and I'm going to give you $5,000 to do it. Will you do what I ask you?
For $5 grand. Spell it.
I want you to put on these gloves so there won't be any fingerprints. Then I'm going to hand you this knife, and you're going to kill me with it.
Huh?
I've arranged everything so it will appear to be suicide.
You nuts.
Not yet, but I will be before very long. That's why I want to die. All you have to do is stab me and slip out with this $5,000.
Is this on the level?
Absolutely.
This wad of dough is mine if I kill you?
That's right.
And nobody will know I done it?
No one.
These gloves is kind of big for me.
That's all right. They'll do.
Yeah. You want me to put on the other one?
It's safer.
Yeah, I guess it is. Gee,
What is it?
I was just thinking. $5 grand. Oh, the boss is going to pay me more next. I never got... skip it.
I want you to understand exactly what you're doing, Doyle. Without any justifiable cause, merely for the sake of money, you are going to murder me. You understand that?
Yeah,
You've been hired to do this before?
yeah. I suppose it don't hurt to talk about it now that you're
But
gonna...
you've never killed a friend, have you?
Yeah, I have. Anyway, they was my pals till they got in the boss's way, but when the boss said slip it to him that, then they was just another job to me.
But there's a little difference in this case, Doyle. I saved your life.
Yeah. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. Nope, I can't do it.
But I thought you said that
Yeah,
you...
take these gloves.
Afraid of the law?
No,
What's the matter, then? Is it because I'm your friend?
that's more than that. I can't bump you off, even if you want it.
It would be an act of true friendship.
I ain't so sure.
When a cat has fits, you put it out of its misery, don't you? That's what I want. Oblivion. Peace.
Sorry, Doc, I ain't the guy. It's like you said. You saved my life, so that's that.
I'm sorry. I wish you could help me.
Oh, me too, but not that. No, if you got some other punk you want took care of...
There's no one. Thanks just the same.
Oh, don't mention it.
There was my third proposition. Man will not kill fellow man if a sufficient degree of gratitude has been invoked. Even a professional killer and one of the lowest examples of human life, such as Doyle, could not bring himself to murder his benefactor.
The rain outside drifts softly, and somehow every word from the story feels closer than it should tonight. Nights like this have a way of pulling you deeper, where every detail begins to feel just a little more real.
My next subject was altogether different in temperament. With Judith Ainsley, I used a special technique. I first encountered Judith Ainsley when I operated on Barrett Sheffield, the actor. You will recall that Sheffield was brought to the hospital with a lung abscess. As I prepared to do the rib resection, I noticed that the nurse standing beside me was greatly agitated.
Doctor.
Thank you.
Doctor, do you think this is advisable?
What?
Is this from the Aylesmore house? Listen.
Miss Ainsley, another hemostat, please.
But he's getting blue. Doctor, do you think you really should? He's cyanotic.
Miss Ainsley.
I'm sorry, Doctor, but it's... Doctor.
Quickly, caffeine. Quickly! Stethoscope.
Here it is.
That's that.
Yes. That.
Miss Ainsley, what's the matter with you? You've been acting strangely all through this operation.
You killed him. You killed him. You shouldn't have gone ahead. You know that. I warned you.
I shall see to it, Miss Ainsley, that you are never assigned to one of my cases again. What's the matter with you, anyway? Have you never seen a pulmonary before? Or does it upset you to see a handsome actor like Barrett Sheffield die?
Yes, it did.
Oh?
Yes. We were going to be married next week.
If I ever saw hate, cold, undying hate, it was in that girl's eyes as she turned and left the operating room that day. I had made the most implacable enemy of my life. As I come to my third check, dear Mosher, it suddenly occurred to me that Judith Ainsley was the perfect subject. One day at the hospital, I inquired about Miss Ainsley and learned that she had done 4 years of medical and was now interning at Cedars of Lebanon in hope of picking up a resident fellowship. I went down to the hospital and sat in the doctor's lounge waiting for her. Presently, she came in with another intern. I stood up. She turned and looked at me. I saw again in her eyes that inexorable hate. She had never forgiven me for what she felt was my negligence in the death of the man she loved. I walked toward her.
Excuse me, please.
I see you remember me, Miss Ainsley.
Yes, will you excuse me,
Miss
please?
Ainsley, You may not believe this, but I've come here especially to talk to you today.
To talk to me, Dr. Bronson?
Yes. Come along with me, please. In this treatment room, please. We can talk privately.
Dr. Bronson, I don't think there could be anything you and I can say to each other.
Well, now, Miss Ainsley, that all depends. That all depends. Sit down, won't you? Miss Ainsley...
Dr. Ainsley, if you please.
Oh, yes, of course. Doctor, I have a little proposition to make to you. First of all, there are two facts I'd like to be sure of. A, you are unable to set up your own practice because you don't have the money to get started. Is that right?
I don't see what business that is of yours, but it happens to be true.
Fine. Fact B, you still hate me and feel a strong desire to be revenged for the wrong which you consider I have done you.
Yes, I'm afraid that's true, Dr. Bronson.
Good.
Good?
Yes. You see, I want to pay someone to murder me. And I think you'd enjoy it more than anyone, and you need the money, too.
Dr. Bronson, I'm very busy. There's a patient in 302. Will you...
Wait a moment, Dr. Ainsley. I'm perfectly serious. Absolutely serious.
You want to die?
Yes. You see, I'm going mad. I can't face it. I wish to end my life immediately. You're smiling. Good, you're interested then.
You going mental, Doctor? Paresis?
Yes. Hopeless. I've been to 5 or 6 men about it.
Are you far gone? Hallucinations? Delusions of grandeur?
Yes, advanced stages. Agony.
Yes, it must be quite a temptation to get it over with. I wonder what I would do if it happened to me.
I want you to understand, Doctor, that I'm not asking you to perform a crude murder. This would look like a simple error, unavoidable. There would not be the slightest aspect of homicidal intent.
Really? That's most interesting, Doctor. Go on.
My heart. I've had considerable damage. Coronary occlusion. Had to spend some 6 weeks on my back. Just got up last week. Naturally, I was given digitalis.
Oh, I see, Doctor. You've been heavily digitalized, and if someone were to give you an injection of calcium gluconate, you would have an immediate heart block, dead within a few minutes.
Exactly. I must compliment you, Dr. Ainsley. You've learned a great deal. What a pity you can't have your own practice. And that, of course, reminds me.
Ah, another inducement?
Of course. I plan to pay you the sum of $5,000 for your professional services in this matter. And I think, unless times have changed greatly since I've been in practice myself, you ought to be able to set up handsomely with that.
My own practice. You'd better be careful, Doctor. You may tempt me a little bit too far.
I thought you'd find it an attractive proposition. It will be only an error. I will say that I'm feeling badly again, a recurrence of my pericardial pains. I'll go back to bed and ask that you be assigned to my case. The rest is simple. No one would ever expect you to know that I had been digitalized.
Still, if I were on my toes, I would naturally go over your case history before giving medication of any kind.
Well, yes, I suppose that's true. Professional people might think you had been a little lax. Might not have the highest regard for a new doctor who launched her career with such an unprofessional incident. Just a slight stain on your reputation for just a short while.
You're very clever, Doctor. You knew that would do it, didn't you? I want to thank you. You've done me a great service.
You mean you'll do it?
You've reminded me that nothing, no money, revenge, nothing, can be worth the slightest suspicion in a doctor's career. I've worked too hard. I've waited too long for my practice. When I get it, it won't be soiled by any single act of carelessness. They'll never say that I lost any patient because of an error in judgment. You see, I once knew a doctor who did.
There, Moshe, is my 4th check. Man, or in this case, woman, refrains from killing because of the fear of loss of reputation. Now I come to the testing of my 5th subject. A man who would not murder because he couldn't bear the sight of blood, much less the responsibility for shedding it. Laderne was my man, and I found him shortly after my search began. On that day, I saw him turn a ghastly white as a fast-moving car almost ran over a small dog which had run into the street. It wasn't a particularly frightening sight, but Laderne clutched at his throat and fell in a dead faint. I, of course, made it my business to become acquainted with him. I hadn't seen him for more than 4 months, until tonight. He's changed, I noticed, as he took his place at my desk. He's thinner. His dark eyes seem blacker than ever. Ledern, I want you to do me a favor. A little peculiar, but I'm perfectly sincere about it.
Well?
Circumstances require that my life be ended. But I can't quite reach the point to kill myself. I've arranged everything necessary to give the appearance of suicide. Here is the farewell note which I have written.
I see.
And here is the knife with which, apparently, I shall have killed myself. Notice I am carefully putting my fingerprints on it.
Yes.
Here are the gloves for you to wear. And here is $5,000 for you if you will drive this knife into my heart. What do you say?
You've arranged everything?
Everything.
No one knows I'm here?
No one?
And you want me to kill you?
Yes. Of course, it will be a bit messy. When a person is stabbed, his blood usually splurts out. But if you keep to one side, I don't think much will get on you.
Why do you want to die?
My doctor says that I'm going insane, but I haven't got much longer.
That's strange.
About going mad?
About him saying that you're going mad.
Oh, yes. It was a shock.
No, I don't mean that.
What do you mean?
That's the same thing they told me.
Oh, that's strange. They what?
They told me over a year ago that I was going mad. I only laughed at them.
Over a year? Well, have you noticed any change?
Not much, at least no change for the worse.
That's good.
In fact, I'm really much better. I've been having fewer and fewer of those sick spells. You remember how I was the day that dog was almost run over?
You've gotten over those sick spells?
Haven't had one in 3 months.
Then there isn't any check.
Check? What check?
Nothing.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is going to be a pretty messy business. We might as well get it over with. Nice gloves you've got here. Nice and smooth on my hand.
Then you're going through with it?
Yes, can't let you down. Oh, never mind the knife. I've got my gun right here. Look, 38. Beauty, isn't it?
Yes. Then, if you'll give me back the knife...
No, I'll keep it for you. Yeah, I've used this gun a lot in the past 3 months. I've bumped off about 50 dogs.
You've done what?
Bronson, it's very interesting. I do it after midnight. It's fun watching the dogs. You have to know just where to hit them. It kills them instantly.
But the noise in here, aren't you afraid that somebody will...
Silencer, look. I don't like to wake people up when I kill their mutts.
But they'll find the bullet. They'll trace to your gun. They're sure to get you. In a suicide, the weapon stays right beside the body where it falls.
Suicide? Who says this is suicide? It's murder. I'm going to murder you. That's what you asked me to do.
Look here, Ledern, this has gone far enough. I was only joking. I don't want you to kill me.
5,000, eh? All here.
Listen to me, I was only joking.
You ready?
Ledern!
Shall I shoot now?
No, wait!
You want it through the heart or brain?
Not yet. Can't you wait just a little while?
Wait, what for?
Well, I've been conducting a little experiment. I'd like to write an account of it before I go.
Oh, what sort of an experiment?
I don't think you'd understand.
Oh, okay. I'll wait. Till midnight. Then I've got to go. There's a German police dog I've been wanting to get. Big, ugly brute. It'll be fun. Yes. I'll wait.
Thank you. The clock says 10 minutes past 11.
Yes. You've got 50 minutes. I'll wait by the window.
And so, Moshe, my experiment has ended. As you predicted, I have finally placed myself in a position beyond your power to aid. Strange, isn't it? But the one thing I didn't count on was the choosing of a subject who would not respond to my checks, who in fact had no checks at all, for insanity knows no restraint.
Bronson, midnight.
Oh, yes, Ledern, I'm hurrying. He is still at the window, and he is sure to shoot me. There is nothing I can do to say or stop him. I know that. I'm beginning to understand exactly what is going on in his twisted mind. I wonder why. Now I shall sign my name for the last time and lay down my pen. Then I shall look up and say, all right, Bridget. All right, they're done.
And that was the last letter of Dr. Bronson, a story that unfolds slowly, leaving behind a quiet sense that something more was always waiting beneath the surface. The kind of tale that stays with you, even after the final words are spoken. I hope you're enjoying the night air out there on the balcony, but don't drift too far just yet, because another story is ready to begin. Up next, The Locked Room. Stay right where you are. The story continues now.
Throughout the world. Salud. Your health, senor. Roma wine toast the world. The wine for your table is Roma wine, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world.
This is the man in black, here for the Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California, to introduce this weekly half hour of Suspense. Tonight, Roma Wines bring you two of Hollywood's favorite screen stars, Miss Virginia Bruce and Mr. Alan Jocelyn, with the noted character actor George Zucco. Our suspense play, which is produced and directed by William Spear, presents a rather neat problem. That of a crime committed while no criminal was present. And so with A Locked Room, and with the performance of Virginia Bruce as an exceedingly bright young lady named Iris Lane, of Alan Jocelyn as an exceedingly shy young man named Harold Mills, and of George Zucco as the exceedingly polished Dr. Woodhall, we again hope to keep you in suspense.
Hello, Mr. Seaton, President. Who's calling? No, Mr. Seaton is not in. No, there will not be any statement for the papers. Carol, will you get that? Hello, no, I can't tell you anything about it.
President?
No.
No, there will be absolutely no statement.
Here we go again.
If you wish, only
Hello,
you're
Mr.
wasting
Seaton,
your
President.
time.
Look, I told
Very
you this
well.
morning there wouldn't be any statement for the
Goodbye.
newspapers. No, not tomorrow either.
Dear.
I'm sorry, I'm awfully busy right now. I said I was busy. Phew, what a day.
It's rather disturbing how quickly the reporters got wind of it. I do hope no harm's been done.
Well, we did our best. It's too big a deal to keep secret anyway. There are always rumors, and it's the business of newspapers to pick up rumors.
Dear me, I wonder how he's going to take it.
The old man? He probably won't be tickled pink. You know how he is.
I know I'll be relieved when he has it under lock and key, my word. Oh, good evening, Mr. Seaton.
Evening, Harold. Wayne, you two still working?
No, we thought we'd stick around till you got here.
I'm sorry I was so late.
The newspapers have been calling, Mr. Seaton.
The newspapers? How in blazes
We
did
told
they...
them there wouldn't be any statement.
Well, I should hope not. How do you suppose...
Then it's not finished?
Oh, no, the deal's closed. Have it with me, as a matter of fact.
With you, sir?
You've been carrying it around in your pocket?
You see why I don't feel so good about the newspapers. But at least I got it home all right. Like to see it?
Oh, yes.
Doesn't look like much, wrapped up like this. Well, there it is. Like it?
The Lavella diamond.
What a beauty.
It's enormous.
Yes. But tomorrow we start to cut it. And within a year, it'll be just so many engagement rings.
You know, I hate to see it change. It's so beautiful the way it is.
Oh, there's no money in it for me this way.
Oh, Dr. Woodhall called. He wants to give you a checkup if he can catch it before dinner.
No, Dr. Woodhall's an old woman. Treats me like an invalid. Oh, well. Anything else?
Nothing important. Oh, Harold, will you answer?
Yes, certainly. Mr. Seaton's residence. Who's calling, please? Just a moment. Mr. Van Houten.
Van Houten?
Yes, he wants to speak.
Oh, tell him I'm out of town.
Mr. Van Houten, Mr. Seaton's out of town. Well, dear me, you can think what you like, but Mr. Seaton is not here. Goodbye.
Well,
Odd.
What'd he say?
He said he has information that you are here, and he insists on coming up here now. It sounds most disagreeable.
Well, I don't think he's likely to show up. If he does, don't let him in.
All right, Mr. Seaton.
I'll be in my study until Woodhall gets here.
But don't forget your medicine, Mr. Seaton. I put it right beside the seltzer bottle.
Oh, I won't forget.
I hope Dr. Woodhall hurries. I'm dead.
I'm sure you must be. Mr. Seaton seemed awfully proud of his new stone, didn't he?
I thought he was cool as a cucumber. How would you feel if you just bought the biggest diamond in the world?
Oh, the second biggest, I believe, Iris. Not that that's anything to belittle.
What do you suppose he paid for it?
I understand the price was something under $1 million, but he expects to get back over $1.5 million once it's cut and polished.
Harold, putting that kind of money into a piece of stone. I know if I had $1 million, I'd never buy diamonds.
Dear me, for that matter, neither would I. But for some people, diamonds take the place of other things. Power, love. What would you do if you had $1 million?
I don't know. There are a lot of swell people I'd like to help out. Then I'd like to travel. Oh, there are lots of things. What would you do?
Do you really want to know?
Of course I do.
I don't think I should say this, but if I had $1 million or even much less, I'd ask you to marry me.
Why, Harold...
No, please, I don't want you to say anything. You don't have to. I know I'm not the sort for you, really. I'm not like Dr. Woodhall, you know, sure of myself.
Well, it's not that, Harold. Honestly, it's just that you never said anything before. You never even... What was that?
It sounded as if it came from the study. Mr. Seaton? Mr. Seaton, is anything wrong?
He doesn't answer.
Mr. Seaton!
The door's locked.
Yes, have you your key, Iris?
Right here.
Mr. Seaton! Mr. Seaton? Why, where is he?
There he is on the floor. What's happened to him? Is it sick?
Wait, I'll see. Oh, goodness.
Put him on the couch.
Just a minute, Iris. I don't think you'd better look. He's badly injured.
Injured? But how?
It's his head. Get a doctor, will you?
A doctor?
Someone's tried to kill him. Hurry.
To kill him? All right.
Try Dr. Woodhall. Maybe he hasn't left.
I will. Operator, get me granite, 6, 9, 700.
Well, good evening, Iris.
Oh, Dr. Woodhall. Never mind, operator. Come on, doctor. I was just calling you.
Is something wrong?
It's Mr. Seaton. He's hurt. Someone tried to... Harold, Dr. Woodhall was just coming in.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so glad you're here, doctor.
What's the matter with Stephen?
I think someone tried to kill him. It's his head. You can see the blood. I found this under him.
What's that?
There seems to be a piece of broom handle filled with lead. Evidently, he was struck with it.
Concussion. Nasty. Still some pulse. I just had him in my bag.
Here you are.
And you'd better call the police.
The police?
Certainly. This is attempted murder.
Oh, dear.
Good evening. Did I hear somebody say murder?
Who are you?
My name is Van Houten. I telephoned a little while ago.
How did you get in?
Well, I rang, no one answered, so I walked in. I wish to speak with Mr. Seaton, but I see that perhaps I'm a little too late, eh?
Perhaps you knew you'd be a little too late, Mr. Van Houten.
Harold, I think we'd better leave that for the police. Will you call them?
I can't figure out how it happened. Harold, you and I have been outside that door all day. I know there wasn't anyone in this room.
Iris, it must have been the windows.
What do you mean the windows? No one could climb.
You see, look, there's a ladder still there. And it took us some time to open the door.
There is a ladder.
Oh, yes, a very convenient ladder.
Don't you see? It still couldn't have happened.
What do you mean? Someone came through the window, hit Mr. Seaton, and escaped the same way.
But it couldn't have happened that way. Look, the windows are locked. Both of them on the inside. And Harold and I were outside the only door.
The windows are locked?
Dear me. That means Mr. Seaton was alone. Alone in a locked room.
Before we return to the scene of our suspense play, let me describe another scene that might even now be taking place in the handsome cafe of the Hotel Nacional de Cuba in Havana. An American visitor has remarked to his Cuban host what great enjoyment the gay Cuban music and the dancing gives him. Gracefully, the Cuban host returns the compliment, saying, "But your United States makes us a gift that brings great pleasure on many occasions. This superb wine from the choice wine districts of your California, this fine Roma wine. Yes, for a wine to give great enjoyment, it must have greatness of character. And it's this that has spread the fame of Roma wines to other lands. Why otherwise would these countries import Roma wines to be enjoyed as a rare luxury? How fortunate then are you, who can enjoy any of the Roma wines, many different delicious wine types, whenever you choose, without additional charge for import duty, with no high shipping costs added to your small cost for Roma wine. Yet here is a quality so high, it has won international recognition. quality coupled with cost so modest that Roma wines are America's largest selling wines. Why not make your own taste test of these good Roma wines and discover for yourself the fine wine qualities acclaimed by wine experts of many lands? I'll spell out the name for you. R-O-M-A, Roma wine, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world.
And now it is with pleasure that we bring back to our soundstage Virginia Bruce and Alan Jocelyn with George Zucco in The Locked Room. A tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
All right, folks, are you all here? There's Miss Iris Lane.
Yes?
Dr. Charles Woodhull.
Yes?
Harold Mills. And Mr. Alex Van Houten.
No.
Now let's get down to business. We know some of the facts, but not enough of them. We know that you four were the only people in the house when Mr. Seaton was robbed, outside of the cook, and she was in the kitchen. We know Seaton had the diamond on him when he went into the study, and that someone lifted it before we got here. We haven't located the diamond yet, but we will. Now, this business of the windows being locked, somebody here knows who locked them. One of you hasn't come clean, or all of you.
It's easy to see what you're thinking, Captain Hadley. As we tell it, it looks as though Harold and I did the job. But we didn't. That's all.
That's all. The only door locked and watched before and after, windows locked before and after, no one hidden in the room before or after, and I don't believe in ghosts, so the thing's impossible. Now, which one of you locked those windows? Mr. Mills?
Well, really, dear me, officer, why would I do the one thing to make it look as if Iris and I had committed this crime?
Yes, you know, Harold's got something there. If the windows hadn't been locked, you'd know someone from outside did it.
Look, I'm trying to be patient with you people. But if Mr. Seaton doesn't die, which he hasn't yet, he'll tell us who did it. So I advise you to come clean now. Dr. Woodhull?
Yes, officer?
You and our friend, Mr. Van Houten here, were, as the young lady puts it, outside when it happened. Maybe you managed to lock the windows afterwards.
How could he? He was too busy helping Mr. Seaton to get anywhere near the windows. And neither did Mr. Van Houten, I'd swear to that.
Well, thank you, dear lady. I did not expect such a kindness.
Pardon, Captain.
Well, Barton?
Nurse says to tell you that Seaton's come to. He's talking.
Talking?
Mm-hmm.
Is he out of his head, or does he make sense?
She says you can ask him some questions if you don't tax him too much.
Well, now we'll get someplace. I think all of you had better come with me.
Here's the captain, miss.
We'll try not to upset him too much, Nurse.
Captain, maybe being a suspect, I shouldn't say anything. But if you don't mind, I don't think it's safe to question him.
Safe for who, Doctor?
Nonsense, Woodhull. I want to tell what I can.
Mr. Seaton, I know your condition. I don't think you should exert
Shut up,
yourself.
Woodhull. I was in the study. I sat down at the desk. I was waiting for Dr. Woodhull. The chair facing the door into the office. I heard Harold and Iris talking outside.
Both of them?
Yes. Sound carries pretty well through the door. They were talking. Some nonsense about if they do, they had $1 million.
You heard what we said?
Then I think Harold was proposing or something.
Oh, dear me, Mr. Seaton, I never realized that you...
Well, I could. I was taking my medicine, and then I heard, I think, a footstep behind me. Set my glass down and started to get up.
Did you turn around?
Didn't have time. Something smashed down on my head, and that's all.
Then you didn't know who it was?
No. I don't know how.
What do you mean, how?
Because I locked the windows, both of them.
You locked the windows?
Yeah. I saw someone put a ladder up. Suppose it was the gardener or somebody. I didn't want to be climbing around, so I locked both windows.
You're sure no one was hidden in the room?
Positive.
Captain, I think you've had enough.
Yes, I guess you're right, Doctor. Will you people step outside? I'll be there in a minute.
Come on, Doctor. Harold.
Now, Mr. Seaton, what I want to know is...
Plymouth don't make him keep talking.
Poor Mr. Seaton, he does look awfully bad.
No, I suppose it's proper to feel pity for even Francis Seaton.
Look, Mr. Van Houten, you've made several remarks like that. Maybe you've got your reasons, but I don't think it would sound so good to the police.
Well, believe me, dear lady, my distaste for Mr. Seaton is purely objective.
It's terribly perplexing, isn't it? Now that Mr. Seaton's confirmed us on the locked windows, I can't see how the police are going to prove anything.
Look, let's not kid ourselves. We're all supposed to be nice, civilized people. But one of the four of us is a thug. A thug who beat a defenseless man over the head and took that diamond.
Dear me, as I see it, that's just the point. It proves that none of us could have done it.
Well, if Mr. Seaton's story proves that we couldn't, it proves 100 times more that no one else could.
Well, Captain, is there anything more we can do?
Yes. You'll all be searched again for the diamond. And none of you are to leave this house until further notice.
Not leave
Well,
the house.
what about my practice? I've got a lot of work.
Surely it requires more evidence than you have to hold us over the supposed disappearance of a diamond.
I'm not holding you because of the diamond. I'm holding you on suspicion of murder. Mr. Seaton is dead.
You listen quietly, and the world around you fades until the story is all that seems to remain. There's something about the silence between moments that makes the story linger longer than expected.
Who's there?
Can I come in, Iris?
Oh, Dr. Woodhall. What do you want?
I'll only be a minute.
Well, all right.
I hate to disturb you, but I'm really worried.
You are?
Iris, why don't you try to get out of here?
Out of here? Why on earth should I?
Don't you realize you're suspected of murder? You could hide somewhere until this has all been cleaned up.
Are you crazy? Sure, I'm suspected, Doctor, but no more than you. How's it going to look if I suddenly disappear?
Yes, I suppose you're right. If I could only keep you out of this. I'm so worried I don't think straight. You have a cigarette, Iris?
Yes, look in that box on the table. Oh, watch out, there's a lamp cord.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was clumsy of me.
Oh, don't let it worry you. It's no heirloom. What's that?
What? Iris, look,
Where did you get that?
the diamond.
Where did you get it?
That was on the floor.
On the floor.
Iris, didn't the police search in here?
How did it get on the floor?
I suppose it must have been in the lamp. Yes. See? This part lifts out. It must have been an oil lamp.
Apparently. May I have it, please?
The diamond?
It was found here.
What do you want to do with it?
I want it.
Iris, it's not safe.
Sure, I know. Give it to me.
Well.
Thanks.
Are you going to give it to Captain Hadley?
Why?
I don't think it would be wise. Not yet.
You're not afraid of something, are you?
Iris, suppose they didn't believe you. Suppose they think that you...
Well, I'll think about it. Dr. Woodhall, will you do me a favor?
Certainly, if I can.
Well, will you meet me here in exactly 10 minutes?
You are coming downstairs.
Oh, sure, but I've got a couple of things to do. I won't be long.
Well, perhaps I should wait.
Oh, please, you don't have to do that.
Well, all right, but be careful.
Careful.
I mean, don't let anyone know you have the diamond, because...
No, I know. Yes, because whoever killed Seaton for it would kill me, too. I know it will be soon. Tonight. It has to be. What? Yes, I'll do it as loud as I can, but don't slip because I'm counting on you and...
Iris, are you ready?
Oh, yes, Anne, darling, I'm sorry. I'm really stuck for a couple of days, but we'll make it soon. Sure, dinner and a show. All right, darling. Goodbye.
I didn't mean to barge in.
Oh, that's okay. Let's go downstairs. Where are the others?
You mean Harold and Van Houten? I think I heard them when I came up. Yes, they're in the office. Listen.
Come on, let's go in.
Only be for a few days. Oh, we wondered if you were coming down, Iris. My, you startled me.
We're not intruding.
Intruding?
It sounded like you were having a little argument.
Oh, no, it wasn't that exactly. You see, we were talking about, well, dear me, I don't know why I shouldn't tell you, about an engagement ring.
Engagement? Hell,
I didn't want you to know I'm buying one from Mr. Van Houten. I don't have quite enough money, and I won't have for a few days.
Mr. Van Houten sells rings.
Well, I thought that was understood. It's my profession. I deal in diamonds in a small way.
Diamonds? To the police?
Is the word diamond so surprising, sir? Naturally, the police would have to know my business with Mr.
Yes,
Seaton.
yes, I'm sure they would. It's only...
You're hinting that my apparent dislike for the late Mr. Seaton, Doctor. Well, I hated him. He was a cheat and a fraud. I cheated me.
Doesn't sound like Mr. Seaton.
My dear young lady, there are 100 men in Amsterdam who would be glad to know that he suffered. But as you know, such dislike was not the motive for his murder.
Well, really, now, there's no need to be huffy, Mr. Van Houten.
Well.
Dear me, we all know what the motive was. I guess it was motive enough for any one of us.
Yes. Look, let's face it. One of us killed Seaton, that's true, but 3 of us didn't. And yet we're all suspected. I think if the 4 of us let down our hair, maybe we can figure this thing out.
I think that sounds very reasonable. If Iris needs advice or help...
Maybe I do with that. I've found the diamond
Dear me, found it. You
Found it where?
in my room. Dr. Woodhall accidentally knocked over a lamp. It was inside.
And where is it now?
I brought it with me, here in my purse.
Then the police do not know, huh?
So here I am, stuck with this thing, and I don't know what to do about it.
Oh, dear. Iris, I'm really ashamed. I don't know how to tell you.
Ashamed of what?
Well, I couldn't tell the police. At least I thought I shouldn't. You see, Mr. Seaton told me in confidence. But now that we've agreed to be frank and honest...
What are you driving at?
I don't know why Mr. Seaton was killed. Maybe none of us will ever know that. But it wasn't because of the diamond. I knew that all along. You see, that isn't the real diamond at all.
Preposterous. You expect us to believe that? Miss Lane, let me see that diamond, please.
Sure, you're the expert in the crowd. Take a look. I'll hold on to it, though.
I don't care what Mr. Van Houten says. Mr. Seaton told me it was a replica he brought home. I don't know why.
This is ridiculous. Why would anyone want to plant a false diamond in Iris's room?
What about it, Mr. Van Houten?
Incredible.
What?
Well, even without my glass, I can see that this is false. There are no planes of cleavage. A very shoddy piece of work.
Oh? I don't get it. Why was he killed then?
Well, you see how I've been racking my brains. Here, Mr. Van Houten, maybe we'd better put it in the safe.
I might as well keep it. You'll have to give it to the captain anyway.
Yes, I suppose we'd better tell him. Dear me, he'll be terribly distressed, I'm afraid.
No, I hate to admit it, but this is beginning to get me down, Harold. I feel jumpy and sort of sick.
Oh, it's probably my fault. I should have told you.
Oh, not just about the diamond. Everything. The locked windows. The way he looked before he died.
Iris, you feel bad? You look as if you
I'm
might...
sorry. I hate to be so silly. I do feel sort of shaky. Maybe if I lie down. Would you help me into the study?
Here, Iris, let me open the door, please, Doctor.
On the couch, Iris?
Yes, please. I'll lie down right here. Oh, Dr. Woodhall, do you have something that I could take for this headache? I feel really...
Why, yes, if you think you need it. Is there a glass? I have something here.
Well, here's a glass, also.
This is a mild sedative, Iris. Now to water?
Here, Doctor. Here's the seltzer bottle.
Oh, that'll do it. Now drink this down, Iris.
Set it right there. I'll drink it. I just want to close my eyes for a minute. And will you switch out the lights when you go out? And maybe you should lock the door.
Yes, of course. We'll call you for dinner. Try to sleep.
Poor girl.
Who is it?
Oh, so you are awake, eh?
Van Houten.
Where's the diamond?
Diamond.
Give it to me. Well?
But you said it was false.
You're not so easily fooled. We know what goes on.
We? Who do you mean?
Never mind. Give me the diamond.
And if I don't?
You know what will happen if you don't. Who's there? What are you doing?
Van Houten, what is it? What's happened? Who is it? Turn on the lights. Harold.
Well, I seem to have arrived just in time.
Harold, you hit him.
No, he's only knocked out. How are you feeling?
Oh, much better.
Oh, you didn't take your medicine.
No, I didn't.
Oh, dear me. I was afraid you were too smart for that. Iris, I think you and I should have a serious talk. You don't mind if I lock the door?
Oh, would it make any difference if
Very
I did?
little, I admit. Now, Iris, just how much do you know?
About what?
Oh, come. There's no need for you to be reticent. I shall have to kill you in any case.
Oh, but you can't do.
And who will stop me? Dr. Woodhall? No, Iris. He'll be very busy for a little while. The cook has become quite ill.
You poisoned.
No, it's nothing much. She'll recover. Tell me just how much do you know?
I know about the seltzer bottle. That's how you knocked out Seaton.
Oh, that's very good. You're so clever. Dear me, if I had more time, I'd be inclined not to kill you, but it's late, and I sailed with the Diamond at midnight. I'm signed on as a steward on a freighter bound for Argentina. So you see, it's really time that makes this unpleasantness necessary.
You know, Harold, they'll find me before midnight.
Ah, but they will find with you Mr. Van Houten. Poor Van Houten, he'll be very confused. You know, I actually persuaded him that you and Dr. Woodhall were the culprits. That's why he came here to get the diamond.
And now you're going to frame him with my murder. You're a pretty smart boy, aren't you?
Oh, thank you, my dear. They'll probably suspect me, too, after they find out I've gone. Tell me, how did you guess about the seltzer bottle?
The condemned woman ate a hearty breakfast. Okay, I'll talk. Well, I knew it must have been the seltzer bottle when I realized it was one of those kind you fill yourself with a capsule to make the bubbles. But what did you put in it?
A concoction known as a Mickey Finn. But it felt so much like a blow on the head that even Seaton confirmed my little story.
I knew whoever did it would try the same thing on me to get the diamond. You were the one who got me the seltzer for my medicine tonight. I suppose you saw it coming.
Your little trap? Yes, I'm afraid I did. Dear me, we're just too smart for each other, aren't we?
And you hit Seaton over the head when I was phoning for a doctor just to make it look good, right?
Yes, of course. Oh, I wish Seaton hadn't locked those windows.
Maybe you think I don't.
Well, Iris.
Well?
I really hate to do this, Iris. Look, Iris, I'll give you a choice.
Choice of what?
I have here a fairly efficient gun, but it's noisy and it's messy, too. I don't like to use it. But if I have to...
What else?
Or you could drink what I put for you in the glass from the seltzer bottle. It would be much easier for you. Practically tasteless. After you drink it, you won't mind what else is necessary.
Oh, I suppose...
Yes, that's right. Pick it up. Now, drink it. Quickly.
All right. Here goes.
Why, you...
Nice timing, Captain Hadley. The glass wasn't a bad signal.
It was nice timing on your part, Miss Lane, throwing yourself on the floor. You hadn't figured on the gun.
No, I hadn't. Is Van Houten coming around, Doctor?
Yes, he'll be all right.
Okay. Come along, Harold.
Oh, this is such a shame. Iris, before I go, I'd like to tell you how sorry I am.
Sorry?
Yes, about that proposal. Even if it was an alibi, I almost meant it. Dear me, it looks now as though I shall never marry.
Yes. Dear me, it certainly does.
And so closes The Locked Room, starring Virginia Bruce and Alan Jocelyn with George Zucco. Tonight's tale of Suspense.
Mr. Jocelyn appeared by courtesy of 20th Century Fox. Before we tell you about next week's stars and story, Roma Wine, sponsor of these weekly suspense dramas, brings you one of tonight's stars, Miss Virginia Bruce, with a message of real importance. Miss Bruce.
Somewhere the other day, I came across a small news item. It mentioned that the men and women of our armed forces, most of whose pay averages very little more than $50 a month, have subscribed a huge total of $250 million worth of United States war bonds. Ladies and gentlemen, if you need a testimonial to the worth of subscribing to the Fourth War Loan, which is now on, I think this news item supplies it. If the men and women who are fighting this war have that kind of faith in the future of our country, how can we have less? This is the time when our armed forces are making ready for the final extra effort, which will bring us victory. They need your extra support from extra purchases of war bonds. For the Fourth War Loan, one extra $100 war bond. Please.
Next Thursday, same time, Roma Wines will bring you two distinguished actresses, Miss Ida Lupino and Miss Agnes Moorehead. Don't forget, then, next Thursday, for Ida Lupino and Agnes Moorehead in Suspense.
Presented by Roma Wine, Roma. Made in California for enjoyment throughout the world.
And that was The Locked Room, bringing us to the end of tonight's journey into the world of suspense. 2 unforgettable stories. The Last Letter of Dr. Bronson and The Locked Room. Each one crafted with care, building tension moment by moment in a way only these classic radio dramas could achieve. There's a quiet precision to these stories, one that stays with you long after they've ended. Sitting out here, with the soft rain continuing to fall beyond the balcony, it feels like the perfect place for stories like these. The distant city lights, the gentle breeze, and the sound of the radio all come together in a way that feels timeless. It's a slower kind of storytelling, one that gives you space to listen, to imagine, and to simply be present in the moment. If you enjoyed tonight's broadcast, consider subscribing and returning for more journeys into the golden age of radio. There are many more stories waiting, and many more nights like this to share. Until next time, this is Pete from Radio Wave Nostalgia, wishing you a quiet evening and a comfortable place to listen from.